Welcome to the Starry-eyed Effect. I'm Steph.
And I'm Jen. On this podcast, we'll be chatting about all things Williams syndrome.
The ups and downs, and what it's like living with Williams syndrome.
We're excited to share our community with you. Thanks for being here. Hello, Steph.
Hi, how are you?
Well, you've been leaving us like hanging, cliffhanger from last show. I think you mentioned in the last show that you were thinking about getting some new additions. Did you get a new cat?
Yes, I did. I got a 3-month-old orange tabby cat.
You did? You got a tabby?
Yeah, she is beautiful. She is just gorgeous.
Is your mom going to bring her over so I can see her? To
I think she might be upstairs trying to get her out. I'm hoping she'll bring her down.
Okay, what's her name?
We don't have a name picked out yet. We're still trying to figure that out.
Did you get her like 2 weeks ago?
I got her last Thursday.
Okay. So you still have some time. Like I was thinking 2 weeks without a name felt like a long time. Do you have like choices?
I like Peaches or oh, here she comes, my little munchkin.
Guys, if anybody watching the podcast, you're gonna see her. Here she comes. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mocha's mad.
I think Peaches sounds like a great little name.
Huh? Did you see her good enough?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad. I was like thinking, I listened to the last podcast and I remember you were going to get a cat. So I'm glad we can update everybody that you have received cat, still unnamed. So Peaches is one name. What's the other name?
I was thinking Hazel May.
Hazel May. That would be super cute with your other names too. Oh, okay. So next episode, hopefully we'll have a name for everybody.
I hope so.
What's up, Stephanie?
Hi.
Hi, how's your cat doing?
Good.
Well, I think we're starting. You should just start, Steph. Just to start. Go for it, Steph.
She got to get her script out. She got a script. She's prepared.
I'm happy to introduce Big Jim and Jimmy Luv.
Yay!
When did you realize you loved music?
When I was a baby.
Ah.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with Williams syndrome, Jimmy Luv?
Help me, Dad.
11 months old.
11 months old.
Okay.
Diagnosed by a Navy doctor up in Boston's Children's Hospital. Yep.
Yeah. So, tell us about that, Big Jim. Like that. It's been a long time. Do you remember like how that went down?
Well, I do remember. I was actually in the Navy, so it went down with. I knew something was up with him, but I didn't know what it was. He had a lot of issues as a kid with hypercalcemia, and he had a double inguinal hernia when he was little, so he had surgery at 4 months at Boston's Children's Hospital. So that was tough. He was a handful when he was little. My wife got caught the most of that brunt. So because I was busy working. So, but yeah, I mean, we knew something was up, and we found that out up in Boston, and that then it just rolled from there. I didn't treat him any different than the rest of it. He has siblings. He has 2 sisters and a brother. So they all got along very, very well. So
are you the youngest, Jimmy? Oldest or middle?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest. Okay. And so, well, my daughter got diagnosed. My daughter, Stella, I was going to try to find a picture and show you. She loves you, by the way. This is her. Look how cute she is. She's 12. And
where is she?
She's at school because that's what you do. You got to go to school. She got diagnosed when she was 5, and
awesome.
it was like, so that's late, right? Like, so you getting diagnosed super early. Can you tell us about like just your life in general? Like, tell us who you are for people who don't know who you are and your connection to Williams syndrome, and just go.
My name is Jimmy Luv, and I'm from Washington Township, New Jersey, and I enjoy playing on stage, concerts, going to theme parks, hanging out with friends, making people laugh and having a good time.
You are. For those who are listening, not watching, right now you're in the middle of a hair dyeing treatment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing cut and color. What color are you going for?
Black.
Oh, black. Okay, cool. How old are you, Jimmy?
38.
38. Okay, so you and Steph are close in age because Steph just turned 39. Did you know that?
Wow.
Yeah, I think he knew that. I think he forgot though. Yeah.
Didn't you guys just meet, Steph, on your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that.
Well, Jimmy did the performance and then he had to go sign pictures, and my mom went downstairs and he saw her and he goes, "Does she have a boyfriend?" And she goes, "No." And then he booked it up the stairs with her. I had no idea what was going on. I looked to my side and there he was, and we just talked for like a couple hours. It was really awesome.
You didn't waste any time, Jimmy. Just going right for it. Good for you.
Well, that's his MO. He goes for the juggler right away. So
Oh my God, a juggler.
Well,
what she's referring to is Jimmy was actually with his band performing on stage, and that was after the show. He had to go sign autographs and take selfies and pictures with the fans. So that's right where they actually met.
yeah, tell us, Steph and Jimmy Luv, tell us about Recycled Percussion and what Jimmy does with that group.
Well, Jimmy does a lot of different things. He plays the drums, he dances, he sings, which he's a very great singer, I think.
You are a good singer.
I don't sing very well at all, but anyways.
You know what? Opposites attract. Opposites attract. One can be a singer, one can be the behind the scenes, right? So maybe this is like a match in heaven for you guys. Hey, well, you guys tell us, and I mean, I don't care who takes it, Jimmy Luv or Big Jim. Tell us about, like you got diagnosed with Williams syndrome at 11 months old. Then you grew up did you grow up in New Jersey?
Yeah, he grew up in New Jersey. I'm glad you said that. You refreshed my memory. So Jimmy started going to school when he was only like 18 months old. So
wow.
He went to school for quite a few years before he actually went to school. So he would go to get physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy from like when he was 18 months all the way till he entered, I think he went to I can't remember the preschool he went to, but up until that time, he's been in education since he was 18 months old. So, and then moved in. I was in the Navy, and we were up in Connecticut on a submarine base in Connecticut. We moved up to Dover, New Hampshire for a while.
Over New Hampshire, yes.
Yes, Dover, New Hampshire, and then I was at the ship. I worked at the shipyard for about 2 years, and then we went back down to Virginia. Virginia's
my favorite.
Virginia was a very good place for Jimmy. So he got along with a lot of people down there. And then that was 1980, 85 time frame.
Okay.
We were down in Virginia for about 5 years, and then we moved to Jersey in like 1990 time frame.
Okay.
And then we were there ever since, there. So then he was in a couple of special different schools, and Jersey was tough. So for all you Williams syndrome parents out there, definitely get everything that you possibly can get and never back down. I'll say that. Just the IEPs are tough, so you have to fight for every single thing you can fight for, and And my goal would have been, if I had known better, I would have mainstreamed as much as possible. But we went a little different route with like specialty schools. So, but I think mainstream is better for Williams syndrome kids for sure. So
It is. Yeah, 100%. My daughter is sixth grade. She's 12, so she's in sixth grade, just started middle school, which is like horrible. I remember middle school being gross, but she's in her classes 100% of the time, and it is like so awesome. Tell us, like, Jimmy Luv, how was it when you had, having Williams syndrome and moving around to all these different places? Like, you're a pretty social guy. Did you like that, or was that tough?
It was tough sometimes.
Yeah.
School, people would bother me at school.
yeah, people are not always the nicest, right? Especially Jersey. Virginia was fine, but Jersey was tough. We had some interactions with even school bus drivers.
Yeah.
We had one. I could tell you about one time where a school bus driver came to the house and picked Jimmy up, and Jimmy's got one speed. I don't know if your daughter's like that, but Jimmy's got one speed.
I'm always kind to people.
Yeah,
You are. I bet you are.
I don't mean no harm to them. Like, I like to make people happy,
That's
Yeah.
good. So did you have a good experience in school or like
No.
no? Okay. Steph was the same, right? Steph, you did not have a good time in school.
No,
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't.
No way.
No
Ugh,
way.
no.
I got humiliated at
I'm
school.
sorry to hear that. Well, you know what's really interesting about that? I had a feeling that's what you were going to say. Because now, like, full circle, right? Like, so you get out of school. I don't know. You probably did some stuff for a little while, and then like, how'd you end up here? How'd you end up on this show getting your hair done with a chaos and kindness thing behind you?
Because I met this guy named Justin Spencer, who is a great guy. And then he invited me to do a show. And then I started performing with them. And I'm still performing.
Yeah, you guys met right at like NASCAR or something.
Yeah, Daytona 500. That is awesome.
I know that. I might follow you guys, and I might be married, but I might also have a crush on Justin, just secretly. So I'm a fangirl. I'm just kidding. But no, I love your. I heard your story. I actually.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm too old. I'm too old for that, and stuck in my ways. Somebody told me about you guys, and so I started following you. And I just love. Did I crack you up?
Yeah.
I just love the energy and the friendship that you and Justin have. So, how long have you guys been friends?
A long time.
3 years. 3 years and 1 month.
Okay. And so, Big Jim, were you there when they met?
Yeah, I've been taking Jimmy to the Daytona 500 for like the past 16. This was our 16th year we went down there. So, yeah.
Okay. So how did this friendship happen?
It was just the three band guys were there, Justin, Ryan, and Tony, and they happened to be Justin's very good friends with Kevin Harvick's crew chief. So
Okay.
they were hanging outside the hauler down in Daytona, and they saw Jimmy, and those guys had their hair all done up, fancy and rock star-ish. And Jimmy started talking to him and saying, "Hey, I like your hairdo, and what do you guys do?" And they just clicked. They just clicked, and that was back in 2020, and that was right before the pandemic. And they said, "Hey, why don't you come up and hang out with us?" So I took Jimmy up to New Hampshire, and stay at the house for 3 or 4 days. You live up on a lake up in the Lakes region, Winnipesaukee, Winnisquam up there.
Okay.
And
It's really fun up here.
Oh, good.
It is very fun. I'm being a dad. I observed and watched what was going on, and saw it was a good environment. And Justin's got 2 kids, 2 girls, and all the guys, they all live in the same house, and it's a pretty big house. And I said, all right. And then they were going to Vegas. And they said, hey, we're going to take Jimmy to Vegas with us. We're going to stop in, do a show in Wisconsin, and then they're going to go to Vegas. I said, all right, well, maybe I'll meet you out there because my stepmother lives out there. And we got out to Vegas and the pandemic hit. And, everything stopped. So we kind of got stuck in Vegas for 3 weeks. Justin has a house had a house in Vegas. So we stayed out there for 3 weeks. Couldn't go home, and that's how it all started. So
I did not realize that it was this new.
Yep.
So you guys have been friends, like you were saying, for 3 years. It's interesting. And Steph, jump in if you have questions, but I do have a question for you, Big Jim. Like, I'm sure you are as well. Like, I'm always nervous when my daughter Stella has friends or people that try to befriend her. Like, I'm always cautious, right? I'm always optimistic and I'm like, oh, that's exciting. But then there's part of me that's like, how long is this going to last, right? Like, is it a novelty? Are we going to be friends for a second and then it's going to fizzle out and we're, longing for another friend? Friendships are real hard for a lot of individuals with Williams syndrome. And it's, I think, hard on the parents as well. So you were saying you were like nervous about it at first.
Oh yeah, you're extremely nervous. And I went up there many times, and we checked everything out and just feel out. And it's really good because, Justin, he not only Recycled Percussion is the band, they have a brand called Chaos and Kindness. So they're all about doing stuff for the community and people. And one thing he likes to do with Jimmy is have Jimmy face his fears. So, and he has 2 daughters. He has no sons, but Jimmy's like his little brother, I would say. So I think that's how that comes about. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough when you want to relinquish a little bit of control. And I agree with you there. So
how does that look now? I mean, so 3 years into this friendship, Jimmy Luv, you go up every now and again, and or I don't know how long, like how much time you spend there, how much you spend at home.
Yeah, we go back and forth, and I spend some time up there because it's beautiful, and I love being around it. And everybody's really positive and really upbeat and always trying to do things, and they're very, very busy people. So
I just found out some news. I'm going to Disney.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
That's exciting. What are you going to do?
Yes, I'm excited.
Have you've been before, right?
Oh yeah. many times. My 2 daughters were cheerleaders, and we used to go every year. We'd go down there.
Okay.
Dad, you should come down.
Yeah, big Disney fan.
I would love to, but I'm going to go on my own little vacation.
You should.
Take me with you guys.
Yeah,
you should go.
You can tell Steph really likes oceans and traveling with her background.
And cats.
and cats.
Yes.
Did you tell Jimmy that you got a new cat?
I have a baby kitten now.
Oh, where is it?
She's upstairs playing or sleeping. She's a 3-month-old orange tabby.
What did you decide to name her?
I still haven't thought of a name yet. It's so difficult.
After our last conversation, Peaches, Hazel May, wherever the places that you live, that whole thing didn't sound good?
That's too long of a name.
We need to give her a really fancy English name, you guys. So Jimmy, I know
Jimmy loves pets. He has 2 cats at home and a dog. So
Yes.
What's your cat's names?
Mr. Caners and Mr. Kitty and Maverick is my dog.
Yeah, Caners is named after a wrestler, WWE wrestler.
Yep.
Jimmy, you do. I have seen your Facing Your Fears, Facebook that Justin has done.
Have you Googled them?
I've seen them. I saw the one with going on the roller coaster, and I saw the one which was really funny of you getting out of the treehouse.
Oh God!
Oh yeah.
It's so funny.
That wasn't PG.
You're so cute though. I think you're adorable. So
thanks. Wow.
What other fears have you faced?
Eating ghost pepper chips, all that kind of crazy stuff.
About bees.
Bees.
Gotta watch the bee video. Have you seen the bee video?
It's funny.
I have. It's so hilarious.
You need to watch. You need to watch the bee video. Just Google instead of.
I love bees.
If you just Google Jimmy Luv, Luv, Jennifer, you'll see all his TV shows because they have their own TV show up there. So he's on TV. He's on TV.
Tell us what your TV show is.
It's called Chaos and Kindness.
And it's you, And is it you and just Justin, or is it Devin? Is he on there too?
Justin,
Davin,
Davin, Ryan, and Tony, and Quinn.
Oh yeah, Quinn. She's really pretty.
Yes.
Is she super nice? Yeah.
Oh, she's extremely nice. I love her. She's awesome.
Patience of Job.
I bet she does have patience.
Yes.
So Jimmy, what do you like about, we were talking with your dad about this friendship with Justin, and you know, you're telling us about what you do with Recycled Percussion and just in general, like facing your fears, but getting to like do all these things that you love, like sing and go to Disney. I mean, what do you think about that turn in your life, right? Like you were in school and school wasn't great. Now you have this awesome life. Like, just tell us how you feel about that.
Amazing.
Amazing. What do you want to tell us about Chaos and Kindness?
Chaos and Kindness is a really good brand. We got a lot of shirts. We got hats, mugs, everything. We spread kindness by making people laugh and smile, and we do everything.
Do you work there? Do you actually like work at a shop or a store?
I work out.
Well, I'm glad that you did that. I saw one time that you were like packing orders to go out and like signing.
Yeah, we have a store. We have a store in Laconia. We have a store in Keene. We have a pop-up in Manchester. We have another pop-up in Rochester.
And do you like, is this your full-time job? Like, would we say this is like what you do for money?
And I write people's notes on packages and I make them smile. And
is this what you do for a job? Like, this your full-time gig?
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds pretty nice. Don't you think, Steph?
Oh, yes, definitely. I totally agree. Actually, I'm wearing one of the Chaos and Kindness shirts right now.
Oh, show us. It's is it mountains? Oh,
yeah, it has mountains on it, and it says Chaos and Kindness.
Well, so when you perform with Recycled Percussion, like what's your musical genre focus?
Like I do the pop collage, we do rock collage, I sing and I dance and I get the crowd going nuts. Woo!
You do?
Yes, he does.
What's your favorite song, Steph, that Jimmy Luv sings?
Oh my God.
But it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah, bye, bye, bye.
You want the truth, girl. Yeah.
I didn't expect you to go Justin Timberlake. That's impressive. I like that. Do you guys do any like hip hop or rap music? Because that's like my favorite.
Rap? No, we don't do rap.
They're more rock and roll people.
Oh. Well, can I make a request that you guys like add a hip hop song in there just for me?
Okay.
You can find it. I'm sure if anybody can do it, you can, right?
Oh, do you like Vanilla Ice?
I do. See? I knew you could do
Vanilla Ice, baby. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you a dancer, Jimmy Luv? Are you a dancer?
Yeah. Where do you live?
I live in Colorado.
Oh,
wow.
Turning the tables on you.
Yep, turning the tables, and that's fine. You can interview me. I'm in a hip hop moms dance group, so I'm with a bunch of moms who dance hip hop. So it's pretty fun. Well, Steph, I know I've been like just asking all the questions. Steph, what are your questions? I know you got a lot of questions about music. Oh my gosh, hello. I'm gonna get sweaty armpits when I see Justin. Excuse me.
This is live. Like, I love it.
He just like he popped in and popped out.
Yeah, they're actually in their what they call their dressing room or their green room. That's where.
Oh, that's where you're getting your hair done. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's backstage. Yes.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Jimmy Luv about some music. What questions do you have for him?
So when did you learn to play drums? At what age?
I don't know. I just hear it by ear, and then I start playing drums. And then I went to see Phil Collins, and I got to meet him, and I got to see Soundcheck, and it was so awesome.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And then I went to see Bon Jovi. I met him. backstage.
Wow. Oh yeah, Mom. You got to meet a lot of people.
Yes.
He started taking drum lessons about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he would just play by ear and play with the local band at the local restaurant right up the street, and he would just jump up there and start playing with them.
Wow.
Oh my
So-
God, that's amazing.
Sounds familiar.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Big Jim, I didn't know you were in San Francisco today.
Hi, Justin.
I can be wherever I want to be. You didn't know that? I could be in San Fran. I could be in the hills of Ireland.
Oh, look at you.
I could go
So,
South Carolina.
Wow.
I could be
Came in and heard-
Spider-Man.
hey, Stephanie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Stephanie, we have a prom on April 22nd.
Yes.
I want to go so bad, Justin.
Yes, I want you to go.
Oh,
I think I have a date for you.
really?
I
Yes.
thought you were gonna go with Jimmy. Love, what's happening? I'm trying to make a love connection here.
Stephanie,
Yes.
will you be my date?
Yes, I will. Thank you,
Oh.
Justin.
Jimmy just got kicked to the curb.
God. Oh my God. I would love to be your date.
All right, well, you're my date to the prom. Okay, so get your dress ready. I'll get my tuxedo ready.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Thank you, Justin, so much.
And then I want to say that, we hear a lot about how lucky everybody thinks Jimmy is to be here with us, but we are so fortunate to be able to spend so much time with Jimmy. He brings so much happiness to myself and everybody in our house. I really think that having Williams syndrome and other disabilities it's an amazing thing that I think it gets people call it disabilities, but I call it abilities. And we're so fortunate. We're so fortunate to have Jimmy with us every day.
Woo!
Right.
Right.
And I couldn't ask for a better friend. We hang out and we're going to Disney World this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so amazing. I'm so happy for you
think you're gonna
guys.
get him on a roller coaster?
I hope so. But
Where's my dad? At the smallest roller coaster I can do is that one? Chipping Dale.
do we not? I keep thinking saying,
Runaway train.
Can we ask you a question, Justin, while we have you?
sure, Jennifer.
So I'm like getting all misty-eyed over here not because I'm fangirling, which is what Joel thinks. He thinks I'm fangirling, but I'm not fangirling. I have a daughter with Williams syndrome. She's 12 and her name is Stella, and I'm going to show you a picture right now because right here. And I think she is also the coolest person in the entire world. I have been around a ton of Williams syndrome people, and I also think that they are like just freaking amazeballs. You mentioned it a minute ago, right? Like that this relationship is really important to you. Like what, for those who are listening who don't have somebody in their immediate family or relationships who have Williams syndrome, like tell us the things that you love about Jimmy.
The first thing that sticks out is that he's non-judgmental. We live in a society where everybody's so judgment oriented about people and so negative. Jimmy's a lot like, he's kind of like a kid in the sense that he finds so much compassion and empathy in everyday things a lot of people overlook. So for me, he's a big stress reliever because when I think about, I own all these businesses, I'm always tied up in doing projects and I get stressed and I kind of remind myself, I hang out with Jimmy about how everyday things, are what's really important. And then, a side note to that is that, you asked a question a minute ago to Big Jim there about, how often he gets to see Jimmy. And, I always kind of want to make sure that Big Jim knows and his family knows that they're probably at a deficit because they love having Jimmy around. And Jimmy brings kindness and love everywhere he goes. So we know how much of a sacrifice their family makes to make sure because Jimmy spent probably 90% of the last 3 years at our house. And, whether that lasts another day or the rest of his life, there's not a day that goes by where I'm not grateful to have somebody like Jimmy in my life. So, that's important for us too, right, Jimmy? Because we're best friends.
Yes.
We're best friends forever, no matter what.
I loved you posted maybe a few days ago, I can't remember, but you were talking about how when you go to business meetings, you love to have Jimmy there. And I do the same with my daughter. Like, I'm like, we're going to go somewhere. Like, she's my barometer. I can always tell the authenticity of somebody based on how they react with her. And I'm like, you're either in or you're out based on like how Stella like feels about you. And I'm sure you feel the same way about Jimmy.
Yeah, we've had the opportunity to do some really cool things together. And I honestly, just the line of work that I'm in, I get the opportunity to meet a lot of, quote unquote celebrities. More times than not, I'm left unimpressed.
Yeah.
I'm more inspired by Jimmy. I'd rather hang out with Jimmy than just about anybody in the world. So, it's he to me is the bigger the more chips are down the table, the more I want Jimmy in my corner.
Yeah. Did you, and remind me like so Jimmy introduced himself to you?
Well, I've always had this attraction to people with disabilities because I was ADHD and coded as a kid. So I kind of was always in a resource room and always around individuals who had, whether it's autism or Asperger's or Down syndrome. And when I met Jimmy, within 2 minutes, I was like so perplexed because given our TV show, I get to meet a lot of unique individuals. I couldn't really pinpoint what the disability that he had was. So I asked his dad straight up, like, what's his disability? He says he has Williams syndrome. And I hadn't heard of it. So Jimmy is the first person I've ever met with Williams syndrome. But whatever it is, in sense, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of people with Williams syndrome, including you, Stephanie, who are, your personalities are amazing. I couldn't think of a better date, Stephanie, than you to the prom.
Oh, thank you.
This works out great for me because I was trying to find out, who was going to make my day. Now I know. But yeah, I met Jimmy and I gave him my phone number. I told him to call me and he called me the next day at 5 a.m. and no joke. And he started calling me every day after that. So, I always wanted a son and I never got one, but he's about the closest to, he's like my brother, right? We're like, yeah, I got 2 daughters and I got Jimmy and he's the most high maintenance of them all.
Yep. Yeah, I believe it, but so worth it, right? Like
his dad's a close second.
Oh my God.
Well, the other thing that I love about your relationship, and it's actually one of my biggest worries of having a young daughter, is what is her life going to look like after she leaves us, right? Eventually I want her to leave and get a job, which is why I asked you, Jimmy, if you have a job, because you need to be working. I don't want it to be that. I don't want her life with me to be the best it's going to be, right? And so what I love about the two of you is you, and I maybe Big Jim, this is a question for you or an area where you can comment, you're living your best life now as an adult with Williams syndrome.
Yes.
I love it. I mean, yeah, I love your hair as well. Big Jim, do you want to touch on that? How does that make you feel as a dad?
I mean, like you said, it's tough. It's tough because he's, like Justin says, he brings you so much joy, and he's your barometer. So it's tough when you don't have him around. So I go up there as much as I can, to hang out. There's no tough days with Jimmy. It's easy. It's easy peasy. So it's real easy.
That's amazing. Steph, do you want to talk more about music or what other questions do you have for these two?
What else do you play for instruments, Jimmy?
We're talking about instruments, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like drums. I like.
My daughter plays flute. Do you play the flute?
I can't play the flute.
Oh, dang it. It's really hard instrument.
I can whistle.
Good.
No, tambourine. Tambourine's an instrument.
Tambourine?
He plays tambourine. He's played tambourine.
Oh, yeah, whistle right
don't
now.
you play piano, Jimmy?
He can only
piano.
He can play. What's the song you play on the piano?
Halloween
Song. He's a big horror flick guy.
And
boy,
Jimmy's going to prom as well, and his date's name is Stephanie.
Ah.
Oh, that's exciting. Well, I mean, it's not the right Stephanie, clearly.
Right, Stephanie.
I know. I'm just saying, I'm always looking for
Okay.
like a love match.
You might want to trade, Stephanie. It's up to you. You want me or Jimmy?
Oh, don't
Boy.
answer that.
Oh, I will take you, Justin, and I
Oh.
will let him be with the other Stephanie. I'll let Jimmy take care of that, and I'd like to be your date, Justin.
Oh,
How do you feel about that, Jimmy?
okay. I feel great.
Double dip.
So, Jimmy, have you ever done like stuff with the Williams Syndrome group? Like our group of people were part of the Williams Syndrome Association, and
Yeah, I did walks, I did functions, and
have you been to convention?
That's
I
one
haven't been to a convention yet,
thing.
but I'm
Can we-
going to soon.
Can we manifest that? Can we? I feel like we should manifest a Jimmy Luv, Big Jim, maybe Recycled Percussion, Arizona 2024.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
you have to ask, but I feel like it makes sense. I think it makes sense
Yes,
for
can we do that, Justin?
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Let's just go for it.
You've got a big following. I mean, when I first heard about you, I heard about Recycled Percussion, but then I heard about you, and like like I said, I love the Williams Syndrome community. Like I meet one of you guys and like I want to spend all my time around you. So like I'm so exhausted when convention is over because all I've done is like 30 a week with you guys. And I'm old, so like I can't keep up. I can't keep up at that level. It's truly like an amazing experience, like having all of your positive energy in one place. For everybody who's listening, like how can they connect with you and all the things that you're doing?
My dad came up with this fan club.
Oh, it wasn't me. No, it was actually one of Jimmy's friends from a gym, an older gentleman who, right? Bob talked
Yeah,
to you.
Bob. Yeah.
Bob created it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy's not real active on his social media skills, but we try to.
We try.
He has to be prompted.
There's always like Williams Syndrome adult like calls where you guys all hang out and like chat.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like you could do that.
Yeah, he's done that before. He's been on multiple video chats with it, right, Jim? The Williams Syndrome people, kids. Yeah, I think he regularly talks to a few too. I'm pretty sure he does. So
Yeah.
You have some friends. Okay. Like are you going to name drop some friends right now? Or is it like you're too
go ahead, Jordan.
People with Williams Syndrome, I got Andrew, who's my friend.
There's actually 2 or 3 kids with Williams Syndrome who live right
Hannah.
development.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, like one's like 1,000 feet away one way, 1,000 feet away the other way. Yep.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
And actually, Jimmy, what's the name of the house? Lafayette House. So
yeah, my buddy.
Justin's taking 11 kids down to Disney World with Davin and Jimmy this Saturday. And I think one of them or 2 of them have Williams Syndrome. How many?
One of them.
Just one of them? He is hilarious. What's his name?
What's his name, Justin?
Is it Jason or Jackson or
Taylor?
Is it Taylor? I was way off. Yeah, but
Taylor and I are gonna get along perfect. We're gonna talk about zombies and vampires and
what other some of your likes? Do you have any other likes? Jimmy, tell them what everybody else what you like.
Oh, the Eagles, the Flyers, the Sixers.
Yeah, you're missing a few things.
Wrestling.
Yeah, you can't see me wrestling. Anything fast?
NASCAR.
How about, yeah, what about drag racing? NHRA?
Drag racing. Yay.
Ooh.
Our producer just went to an event this last weekend for a person with Williams Syndrome who sadly passed away. He had a heart attack, but it was like a big car show. And I told him, I said, all you need to know, Joel, is like you just walk up to somebody and say, tell me what's under your hood. That's like your opening line for every single person.
Oh.
Right, Jimmy, you can use that one for the next car show. What's under your hood?
What's under your hood?
Oh, are you going to sing it? That's even better.
What's under your hood?
Steph, I think we have a couple more questions and then we got to wrap up, girlfriend. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'd also like you guys to know, I'd like you guys to know that Steph has only prepared questions for you. You're the only guest she's ever prepared questions for.
Wow.
Like this. You must be very important.
He is very important. What is a typical day for you, Jimmy?
Oh, I get up, I go to the gym, I eat healthy, I hang out with the cake, I hang out with cats, I take the dogs out every day, I feed the dogs and the cats.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You have to take care of the two new pups at your place, the little Frenchies.
Yeah.
What are their
Any
names?
day. Any day. They are so funny.
They look pretty cute. I'm glad that you have are those that's your job in the house? Do you have to do any other
Yes.
job?
Yes. Laundry, cleaning,
Talking on the phone.
talking on the phone, yeah.
You're a big phone talker.
Yes.
Over the phone or like FaceTime?
FaceTime and
Yeah, he's a big Facebook Messenger guy.
yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how you were telling us like you do all your chores during the day and then what happens at night?
At night I have dinner,
Mhm.
then I go to bed.
Do you cook?
Yes, I do.
All right, what's like your meal of choice if you're going to make dinner?
Eggs with rice and almonds and cashews. Yep.
Oh, mixed together?
Like fried
Yeah.
rice.
Oh,
Yeah, they're a very healthy eating group up there. Yep.
I appreciate that because I don't know if you have any health problems. We didn't talk about that. Maybe that's a question we should ask, but our people got to be healthy.
Yes, I do have a heart murmur, but I'm okay.
Other than that,
I'm
you're
great.
just like come out. Yeah.
Yeah, just high blood
Life is
pressure.
perfect. Life is great.
Nothing major medically, you know.
Nothing
likes-
yet. Thank God.
He just likes to eat.
Don't we all? Yeah, Steph, you have like a couple like things, right? You're like doing some physical therapy for your leg and
Yeah, I have fibromyalgia and I have lymphedema in my left leg. So I've been struggling the last few days, and now I'm having problems with my jaw. So it's just one thing after another.
You know what? I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for you tonight, so you keep getting better.
Thank you.
that's wonderful.
You got
Yeah.
it, Stephanie.
Last question, Stephanie. Shoot.
When you were younger, did you have the cocktail party personality? Like you would talk to everybody and just go from one person to another to another?
That's how he got his nickname.
Yes, it's true. I talk to people. I love talking to people. It's my thing.
How long
But
have
if somebody's mean to me, I don't talk to them because if they say mean things, that really hurts me.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
How'd you get your nickname? It's I guess I thought you got it when you became a part of this group, but this is like a
Yeah.
child.
I came up with that name.
You did.
You came up with
Yes.
Jimmy Luv? Yeah.
Yes, I did, Dad.
Aw.
How long ago?
Oh,
A long
probably.
time ago.
Yeah, probably. I'd say 20 plus years ago, if not longer.
And you've always been known as like you introduced yourself as that?
Yes.
Yeah. Jimmy Luv.
Oh, that's
Jimmy Luv, love, love.
Well, I feel like we have done so much chatting. I feel like we could chat with you for hours, actually, because you are so fun and exciting. And I love the work that you're doing, Jimmy Luv. I mean,
Thank you so much.
I know that you do a lot of that with Recycled Percussion and Chaos and Kindness, but I do, like, I'm a mom, so I'm biased, but I do believe Williams syndrome people are like the bestest ever, and you are world changers.
Thank you.
And so I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the work that you're doing and the awareness
Thank you.
you're bringing to Williams syndrome. Is there anything else you want to tell our community about like what you're doing or about Williams syndrome? Or you could talk about kindness, like, and what it means to like for people to be kind to people with disabilities, like whatever.
Oh, yes.
Think.
Yes. It's always important to be kind to people who have a disability. There's no judgment. There's no judgment. There's no laughing at people. Because it hurts their feelings.
You're right. Once you like meet somebody with a disability, right, it, like opens your heart to other people with disabilities. And so like there are you guys, like, I mean, and I'm sure people say it all the time, but like it's society that has the disability, right? Like not you guys, because like you see the world so beautifully, and you are world, like I said, world changers. I mean, I can't even talk about it because I get all misty eyed, and you don't
I
want to.
know. Oh, it's okay.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys being on the show. I appreciate
Thank
the
you.
relationship. I'm glad you and Steph connected. That's so super exciting.
Thank you.
Well, sing us out, Jimmy. I think that's a good idea. Why don't you sing us out with the outro?
I was hoping I could.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. So please don't take my sunshine away.
Yay!
Thank you so much, you guys.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You've been listening to the Starry-eyed Effect, presented by the Williams Syndrome Association. The show is hosted by Jennifer Keaton and Stephanie Karen, and produced by me, Joel Lispman. Theme song by Tommy Barbarella and Mariella Elm. Got a question for Steph and Jen? Email us at podcast@williams-syndrome.org. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, and maybe it will get featured on a future episode. Make sure to like and subscribe to the Starry-eyed Effect wherever you get your podcast delights.